اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد.
The recitation in third and fourth rakat should be done silently. Everybody know, either you are doing praying with Jamaat or you are doing alone. So third and fourth rakat, when you are reciting Tasbihat Arba, should be done silently. But in first and second rakat, the following rules will apply. So this is very important for women. It's in purple, and for men it is in blue. So for women, ladies, for us in Zuhur and Asr, we should recite these surah silently. Okay, and for Fajr and Maghrib and Isha, there is an option. Zuhur and Asr should be recited silently, but for Fajr, Maghrib and Isha, you can recite loudly if non-mahram is present. You can recite loudly if there is no mahram, and if there like if any in front of mahram, no problem, but if there is na mahram, then you have to recite silently, okay, during these. But you have an option for Fajr and Maghrib and Isha prayers, but Zuhur and Asr should be recited silently. For example, now look at the situation of the men. So Zuhur and Asr should be recited silently. So this rule is common for men and women both. Zuhur and Asr, we have to recite silently. But Fajr and Maghrib Isha, men does not have an option. Should be recited loudly for men. Women have an option for Fajr and Maghrib and Isha. Either they can do silently or loudly depending on their situation. If non-mahram is there, then they have to be careful and recite silently. Okay, so this is the rule for men and women. Okay, and one important other rule which is important during Qiraat is whoever reads a prayer silently, like you are doing Alham and Surah, just like, even you cannot hear your own voice, which should be recited louder, voice versa, his salat is batil. So one thing here it is mentioned that, like for example, there's Zuhur and Asr. The rule is that you have to recite silently, but you did vice versa, you did the opposite, then your salat will be batil. So in Zuhur and Asr, you cannot recite it loudly. But if anybody does that forgetfully or due to ignorance of the ruling of this prayer, is in order. But if somebody is doing it deliberately, then his or her namaz will be batil. And a person must learn salah so that he should not make mistakes. But if he cannot learn the entire namaz correctly, he should learn as much as he can, and if possible, it is recommended for him to offer his salat with Jamaat. So if anybody is new and he does not know namaz properly, so it's recommended for him to join the Jamaat, and then when he is expert, then he can do it on his or her own. But for the Qiraat, whatever masla, like I showed you the picture, so Zuhur and Asr should be recited silently, but if anybody does it on purpose, like loudly, then his namaz will be batil. Okay. Now let's go to the other rules, the details route of the Qiraat, inshallah. And so as I mentioned this previously, the ruling in the first and second rakat of the daily obligatory prayers, one must recite Suratul Hamd followed by another surah, and based on Ihtiyat Wajib, obligatory precaution, the second surah must be complete surah. That's what I mean. If you are using these two, this is a set, like Surah Alam Nashra and Surah Zoha. This will be one set, and then the other surah will be one set, Surah Fil and Surah Quraysh. So also based on obligatory precautions, Suratul Zoha and Suratul Shara, and similarly Suratul Fil and Suratul Quraysh are counted as one surah. So if you are choosing these surah, then it should be in a set. Then they will be considered as one surah. But another surah like Surah Qadr or other surahs, you can recite as one.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد.